Hi ladies, welcome. We are excited. My name is Peggy Sagers of Silhouette Patterns, and we're going to show you a great little project. It's called the Yoga Cape. Don't need a pattern for this. At Silhouette Patterns you'd say, well, why are we going to do this? We're a pattern company. Well, the main reason is because we've put out a new DVD, Beginning Sewing the Silhouette Pattern Way. We've sold thousands of them, and we want our new sewers to have all kinds of fun projects, and even our more experienced sewers to have all kinds of fun projects that you can do. So this is called the Yoga Cape. We'll go and we'll show you many different options of this, but I'm going to make this simply by this wonderful ruffle fabric, and I would suggest you go out and shop for a really beautiful fabric. And it's a rectangle. I'm going to use my yardstick. You're going to see that it's a yard in length, so I use 2 yards of fabric, and then I merely use the width of the fabric. So in this case you can see it's going to be about 45 inches in width. And as we go and we do a few things, all of this will be explained to you. So just get your rectangle. In this particular case, the reason I shaped it the way I did is because this fabric has just a really beautiful edge. Now, we actually have this fabric online, but you know, this will be on YouTube for a long time. We may not have this fabric by the time you see this, but lots of different fabrics. I'm going to say sheer. I did one in denim. We're going to show you that. The original, we're going to show you that is done in a knit. So there's lots and lots of different options for you to do this. The edge, again, so that I don't have to finish it, I've just put the selvage at the very edge. And at the very bottom, you can see that I've actually cut away so the ruffle will just hang at the bottom. So all I'm going to have to worry about is this is going to be the shoulder seams and the neckline. So once you've got your rectangle and you've decided how wide and how low you want it, and again, you can do lots of different things, I'm going to fold this piece in half. And I'm going to go to one of my t-shirts that I just really like the neckline for this t-shirt. And you're going to do this if you don't know how to use a French curve. If you know how to use a French curve, you're going to lay the French curve on that neck edge. You're going to follow the numbers. And I'm simply going to lay this on this neck edge, and I'm going to cut it out. But again, if you don't have a French curve, and I'm cutting through all the layers because the back, I can cut the back out of all of it, and then I can go ahead and just cut down the front. And that way I'll be sure to get it right. And then I just lay my French curve down, and I don't want to cut it any difference in the width because the front and the back I want this to be the same width. But now I'm just going to cut through one layer, and I'm going to follow the French curve around, and you'll see again the front neckline being smaller than the back. Now just a little warning that this is going to be a pull-on over my head. So I have my tape measure, and what you want to do is just put the tape measure around your head and measure how many inches they'll need so that you make sure you have this opening big enough. Just make sure that the total opening of your head is that the opening is not smaller than your actual head is. And then just cut this down and come around. So that's all we have to do. Just again, don't make those shoulder seams any wider than they are front to back. You're just going to make the front neckline lower than the back. And if you're ready, we're just going to go sew it up, and we've just got a few seams. We're going to sew along the shoulder seam in both cases, and then we're just going to turn this neck edge under, and we'll top stitch just to finish it off. You could even leave it raw if you wanted to. You could connect the shoulder seams with lots of buttons. So many cute creative ways, but mostly it's going to be your yoga cape, and it's going to make you look great. You don't have to shower, you don't do anything. You go to yoga, you throw on a great cape, you're ready to walk out the door. Alright, so let's go and we'll head into the sewing room and finish it up, and then we'll show you some other options. Alright, so here we are at the sewing machine, and again I'm just going to sew the shoulder seams. I've already done that. We're just going to start here at the beginning. You may want to do a little back stitch there and just stitch along the shoulder all the way to the neck edge. And then I'm just going to repeat that for the other side. So I have 2 shoulder seams. And I'm going to stitch this from this neck edge. And it doesn't matter whether you stitch from the neck edge to the outside of the shoulder or from the shoulder to the neck edge. Either way will not make a difference. This is a knit, and so I don't have to finish the edges. The knit will not ravel. So I don't have to do it on a serger. I can just do it on a regular sewing machine. And I'm just going to sew all the way along this line, and I'll show it to you when I'm done. Okay, now that I've sewn both shoulder seams, I'm just going to slide this in under the machine. And I'm just going to literally tuck the neck edge, just roll the neck edge in. Again, this is a knit, so I don't need to worry about finishing anything. If you were doing a woven, you'd want to finish these edges by either serging them on a sewing machine or rolling them twice, whatever worked best for you. But again, because this is a knit, I just don't even have to worry about it. And I'm just literally going to turn them under and just sew all the way around. That's it. All right, so we're going to turn right sides to the outside. We're going to just put it on our mannequin, and we're going to make some sleeves. This is kind of a fun little thing to do because I can do it several different ways. The shoulder seams are going to go right there. How do I know the front from the back? Because it's lower in the front, it's higher in the back. Is that too cute? It's going to be great. So take the shoulder seam, find the shoulder seam, and you'll see that it's about the same length in the front as it in the back, and it doesn't have to be exact, but you're going to come in about 10 inches down, and we're just going to pin a little button. Now I could do all kinds of things. I could stitch it, and I could just stitch little, just stitch little spots there. I could do a button front and back if I wanted to. In this case, what you see is there is just a little button right there, and you can see it's just enough to make the sleeve. And then the bottom part is open. But I saw another one. Now this is marked by Marc Jacobs, and this is a little longer than what we did and a little shorter. But you can do all kinds of different shapes. Make one. You won't make just one, but make one. And then you can say, oh, I think I want it longer. I think I want this. You'll find so many different fabrics to make them out of. So you can see there it is. I'm going to go ahead and just put it on so you can see what it looks like on. I'm going to just slip over the head. And you can see this one by Marc Jacobs. I paid $200 for this little one by Marc Jacobs. And again, it's just a knit, buttons down the front. So I could go ahead and I could decide that I want it to button up the front. But you can see that this button over here is what's going to kind of keep it all balanced. And you can see that without a button, it'll just kind of go all over the place. So I could come in, reach down, put my little button in, and sew it into cape, sew it into place. Isn't that fun? I can just wear it anywhere I want to, and I can be as glamorous. I can make glitzy. I can do anything I want. This one we did out of denim. Again, a fun little button. I could sew up the side seam. Just stitch a little bit up here and have vertical stitches in place of my buttons. I like the buttons. They add a little dimension to them. So there's no reason not to make yourself a great little yoga cape, because anywhere you go, you just can throw this on and you'll feel like $1,000,000. You could do it out of faux fur. You could do it out of real fur. So many things. Leather, etc., etc., etc. Silhouette Patterns. We have weekly or bi-monthly webcasts that we do. We post them free on the website. So as you decide you can do this and you want more, and of course you will, we can get as sophisticated as you want. We've got fitting jeans. We've got all kinds of trench coats, etc., etc. Go to our website, silhouettepatterns.com. and you'll just explore and find all kinds of wonderful things. Welcome to the world of Silhouette Patterns. Have fun, enjoy your yoga cape, and thanks for joining us.